Hello Virgo, and welcome to your November 2020 tarot forecast. I do apologize that your guys' video is coming out a little later than the others. I've just had so much going on in my life as of late, so I do apologize. So Virgo, we have the Gemini full moon lunar eclipse at the end of November, and that is all about shadow coming to light, Virgo. So truths are coming through. Let's see how that impacts you guys personally. Show us Virgo. All right, so we have Eternal Gatekeeper. Acknowledge, assert, and protect what is right for you. Ooh, Virgo. This is Spirit is saying that through November is not a month for you to compromise and accommodate. November is a month for you to really assess what is good for you, what is right for you, having boundaries. I think some of you have just been, very accommodating. You want to keep the peace. You want things good. You want things flowing for yourself and others. Okay, Virgos have a very hard time receiving back all they give out. They absolutely do. Okay, but in November, just the energy, and you guys, I have one more reading after you, and it's like this is going to be such a spiritual month for everybody where you're really in tune with your soul. The veil is very thin in November, and your angels are speaking to you, your spirit guides are speaking to you, your passed down loved ones are speaking to you, and they are trying to show you in all the ways in which you are vulnerable. Okay, and vulnerable meaning people manipulating you emotionally, people taking advantage of you, you giving too much to a situation, okay, you wanting to do the right thing from start to finish regardless of the circumstances attached to it. And so what I'm feeling in this reading, Virgo, this is like where you are being too much. You're doing the right thing when it's like you should always do the right thing, right? But there comes a point where there's nothing you should do besides pull your energy back entirely, okay? Because of where you're being taken advantage of. And it doesn't mean that everybody who is taking advantage of you is a malicious person that has that intention in their heart and their soul, okay? It's just maybe they've started taking you for granted a little bit. Okay, Virgo, but November, it's just like I see you really pulling your energy back, kind of going into hermit mode and assessing everything around you and having this inner strength that you have not felt before to really put some boundaries down, to express yourself, to say things that you've held back for maybe years. Virgo, this is like a major shift and change taking place for you in November, but it's happening within, and as that process plays out, that truly does begin to change everything externally. And it's like you're tired, Virgo, you're so tired of the same thing over and over. Even if somebody doesn't have bad intentions, you don't care anymore. You're like, I need a change. I can't deal with this any longer as it is. Like, I'm gonna go crazy. And so this is you becoming incredibly empowered, asserting yourself, protecting your energy, and it's like you become this unmovable mountain, which then demands the respect from others and situations that you've always deserved but have not received. Ooh, Virgo, you feel so strong. Let's pull some cards. Maybe you're just done. Like, I'm not putting up with this anymore. And maybe you've been telling yourself that for a while, but something about the energy of November, you're just like, yep, done, out. And you're not looking back. Woo, you are fierce, Virgo. Let's see what this is all about. It's like you finally feel empowered. You're not afraid to lose or to upset or to, cause waves. And maybe in the past, you were just trying to be very accommodating, and now you're just like, I don't care. Like, I got nothing to lose. Like, why am I even putting up with this? Yeah, look at you, fired up. with that Knight of Wands. Wanting to break free of the restriction, of the stagnation. Yeah, you're done. You are done being taken advantage of. And you are very clear about it, especially if it involves an air sign or fire sign. Oh, look at that. Lovers at the end. Yes. Virgo. Whoa. Some of you have felt very, very stuck to a person or a situation. Friend, family member, romance, or it could be multitude, okay? Very, very stuck. You're not happy with how you're treated or how things go. Even if you love this person, you care, you have history, all of that, it's like that doesn't matter right now. It's what they do to you. It's what they've put you through. And you don't want to be like, you don't want to be stuck to that anymore, Virgo. And if some of you have really broken free from these situations in the past, it's like you've been struggling with the pain of it. And it's like, is it worth it? Like, is it worth being without this person? Or, you know, it hurts just as much as when I was there. You know, you've really kind of been in the struggle mentally about it, and you're going to become quite clear. You're going to finally be able to break free of this Eight of Swords that has you trapped in this Ten of Swords energy. If it's emotions of the past you've been trying to work through about a person, or if these are literal situations in your life presently, you feel so stuck, bound, obligated, but it just hurts you over and over. Virgo, you're done. You have this strength within, like you have this inner spark, and it's just going to turn into this blazing fire, and you're going to say what you've got to say, and you feel empowered coming through as the King of Swords. You don't feel little, you don't feel small, you're not showing up as a page here, okay? And it's like, I want peace, I want love, I want you know, equal exchange of energy and emotion back and forth, back and forth. I can't always accommodate, I can't always compromise, I can't always give, okay? That's where you're at, Virgo, in November. Really putting your foot down and cutting people off. And remember, with that Gemini full moon lunar eclipse at the end of the month, you've got some Gemini energy here, some Gemini energy here, and the Lovers is Gemini, okay? So I know, Virgo, that Gemini full moon lunar eclipse is illuminating the crap out of you, okay? It is taking you to such high perceptions that you didn't have access to previously. And that's why you are becoming so empowered. That's why you're able to finally put your foot down, to walk away, to express, to really maybe put somebody in their place. Or some of you, again, been holding back for many years in what you want to say to somebody. And now that moon, man, it's empowering you, but also it's like what's been hidden from you is no longer hidden, Virgo, and all that adds to your empowerment, okay? And that adds to you breaking free of this Eight of Swords, okay? So November is a month of major illumination, empowerment, coming back to life, breaking free of this Eight of Swords energy that's attached to a lot of heartache and pain for you, okay? So let's pull some more cards. And look at, we even have the Gemini emblem right there. So you have nothing but Gemini energy and then this fire coming through right here. Okay, so we're pretty far away from Gemini season. That's not happening for a while. So I know this full moon in Gemini is the game changer for Virgo. So this reading is probably extending all the way into December, okay? Because that full moon lunar eclipse is on November 30th. And it's like you're leading up to that, and then the major illumination, and the completion of all of that I do feel is playing out in December, okay? But you're starting to come into the truth, the awareness. What was hidden from you is now going to be in full force, and and through that, it's like you have all the pieces of the puzzle, and that's why you're able to really put your foot down. It's like there's no stopping you. And you know, Gemini is the third house in the zodiac, which is about learning and communication. Nine of Swords, Look at more Gemini energy. Oh my goodness. King of Cups, Two of Cups, Three of Swords, and Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the moon in Taurus, and we just had the full moon in Taurus on October 31st, which was the second full moon of October. So these full moons are game changers for Virgo. Okay, they're assisting in your emotional development here, because, you know, having this King of Cups, I'm getting two messages from this. Some of you, this is talking about the emotional growth and maturity that you've been working on through all this Gemini energy coming in. Okay, you've been learning a lot, especially in relationships, and how to communicate yourself and express yourself much, much better. Okay, and others of you, I see this as you desperately wanting to get away from a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or somebody, if they're not a water sign, it's like they're incredibly emotionally manipulative towards you, and you just see the truth clear as day now, and it's like, I want to get away from this person, I want away from this energy. And because, you know, it's coming through in this reading, this isn't just like, you know, I feel somebody you work with, you know, it's something more significant. There's a history with this person, whether it's a friend, family member, or a romantic partner. Okay, there's a history here, and they've really hurt you emotionally, and they've manipulated you emotionally, and you've been so stuck to this energy, whether you're stuck to the pain and they're out of your life, or they're literally still in your life and you feel stuck, like you can't get away from them. Okay, either way, it's like finally you're getting the relief of this. Okay, so if this is pain of the past we're holding on to, you're gonna get that clarity, which brings the healing for you, Virgo, and brings that balance for you. Okay, and those of you where this is like a literal person, it could be like you've really been afraid of what would happen if you walked away or completely severed this relationship. What would happen? Okay, some of you worry about that, the other person and their mental and emotional well-being, if you just kind of cut ties and moved on. Okay, but in November, with that shadow energy coming to light through the eclipse, like there's just no more denying the truth, Virgo. It's like if you have to hurt somebody with the truth and walk away, like you're ready to do that, where you haven't so much in the past. Okay, you're ready to just do that and move on. Like you're so tired of this. Gosh, it's like one relationship in your life, Virgo. I know this is a general reading, but I'm telling you, this feels like one specific person. I like to try to really, you know, broaden it out to different situations. But man, this just seems like it's a very specific person, and it's almost like it's time for you to disconnect from your emotional body and become very logical, get into that Gemini energy, okay, of seeing things for truly what they are, really absorbing and receiving the lessons that are attached to this person. Okay, yeah, you want to be away. You are tired, you are done, and in the past you just don't feel like you had the emotional strength, the spiritual strength, the mental strength, or even maybe like if this is somebody you live with, like you felt like you didn't have enough like money or resources to walk away from this. But now, Virgo, in November, it's all coming to a head, and you are going to walk away. Okay, you're not going to play this game anymore, no matter who this person is, and all the fears that have held you back are going to become very insignificant, because the truth becomes clear. And there may be some information about this person that comes to light, and that's why it's like okay, that's the final nail in the coffin. I'm walking away. I'm beyond this, okay? Because what has been hidden from Virgo is definitely going to start coming into view in November. And then by December, it's like the whole entire cycle and understanding is completed. And I just see you walking away from somebody, some relationship. And again, for some of you, this is where we've been struggling with the pain. Like, it ended a while back and we've been really struggling with the pain and the moving on. And others of you, this is still active in your life, very toxic, very, you know, back and forth, up and down, and you're gonna walk away from it. Okay, you're done. You're not playing these games anymore. And if you're Virgo cross watchers, this person that Virgo is walking away from is somebody who is very, very toxic to their mental body, especially. There is some emotional manipulation for sure, but it's the mental body that's really screwed Virgo up. And if you have not done that to Virgo, this reading isn't about you. It's about somebody in Virgo's life who has really hurt them, manipulated them, played games with them. And maybe some of you are romantically interested in Virgo and you're like, why can't Virgo open up to me? It's because of this. It's because of this person, whether it's a friend, family member, romance. This was a very significant person for Virgo, and they have screwed Virgo over and over and over and over and over again. And it's been a very painful process for Virgo to work through and move on from. So if you're cross-watching, this may give you a lot of insight into your Virgo and why they're very guarded and blocked, and you just feel like you can't get in, okay? You may see them as the King of Swords energy, just very blocked and closed. It's not that that's who they are. They've been working on this pain right here. I mean, 10 of Swords with the 3 of Swords, that's intense. And so if you're cross-watching, and this is not what you've done to Virgo, this is not about you. This is only for you to have insight to the pain and anguish that Virgo has been working through, okay? And for my Virgos out there, Spirit is coming in strong. Like I said, your angels, your passed down loved ones, your ancestors, your spirit guides are all speaking to you, and you feel it, and they're encouraging you. And it's time to really leave this situation, this person behind, because you've gained all that you possibly can from it, okay? And they have hurt you and they have let you down over and over and over and over, and that's never going to change about this person, because they don't want to evolve, they don't want to grow. But you're in a different place spiritually, Virgo, and Spirit's coming in to ignite you. And also there's truth that's coming to you that's going to help you completely break free and sever yourself from this energy. All right, so let's pull some more cards. Wow, look at you, got the Queen of Swords coming through, Knight of Cups, and King of Wands. Oh my goodness, Virgo, you got lots of people. You got the King of Cups, the King of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Swords, okay? But, you know, maybe for some of you, this is multiple people that have screwed you over. But I kind of feel this is a message for the cross watchers more than anything else that are romantically interested in Virgo, and like, what the heck is Virgo's problem? Why are they icy cold, whether they're male or female? Okay, because look at, we've got the King and Queen of Swords, which are the least emotional of all of the court cards here. So it's like, why is Virgo so cold? Why doesn't Virgo open up to my love and the energy I'm directing? It's because Virgo's working through this. And once Virgo's done with this, I feel that Virgo can come more into this energy and be emotionally open, vulnerable, and available, okay? Because as a message for Virgo, this is the transition I see happening for you, where this is where you are. You're in this stance, very guarded, very protected of yourself, of your energy, because of what the hell you've been through. But now, as this information that you didn't know before comes to light, as the truth becomes crystal clear, it's very, very healing to Virgo. Okay, it's very healing to your heart. And that here where you have this, the initial spark at the soul, and now here's a full-blown blaze. So for Virgo, as a message, I see this going from, you know, closed off, feeling empty, feeling cold, to a deep healing, and then opening back up to love, to life, to just being, seeing the magic, feeling excited again, not feeling just like you're in prison mentally and emotionally with this pain or with this person. Okay, so major shifting for Virgo. And also for some of you, this here, I mean, let's pull out. This is how many core cards. Some of you, Virgo, there is multiple people that I feel this plays out with, okay? Where you are going to make a big shift, and this might be where you're going to let, you know, a lot of friends go. Just you see who has your back and who doesn't, and you're not playing that game anymore. If they're not on Virgo's side, then I'm sorry, I don't have time for you anymore. That's just what I see happening here. And as you know, you shed these relationships that bring the Ten of Swords and Three of Swords to you, there is a whole plethora of new people, new energies that want to come into your life, Virgo. Okay, I see you being very closed off to like new friendships, to new romance, to all of it because of what you've been through. And again, because of what comes to you in November, some of you having these heart-to-heart conversations with yourself, having heart-to-heart conversations with other people, you're just going to come into some information, and you're free, and there's new energies that want to enter your life. Virgo, I do feel for some of you, you singles who've really just been broken up over a relationship of the past. There's several people around you that want to love you, who see you, who are interested in you, Virgo. It's time to come out of that hermit mode, okay, and embrace life. And Spirit's helping you with that in November. You know, really cutting off the negative ties and healing that deep pain of the Ten of Swords and Three of Swords, easing the mental body. And you just feel free, like you feel like you're completely brought back to life, and you're ready to join the game again. Okay, so November is a big game changer for Virgo. Let's but it goes all the way through December. Okay, look at this. This is your message from your angels. Feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. You are torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants. And this is the primary cause of stress in your life. We, your angels, urge you to follow your heart, do what you love, not what you think you should do. Wow, yeah, that's you really connecting in to your intuition, into your heart space, and where anybody has been trying to manipulate you, all of that's going to fall away, because the knowing of your soul is going to just be so much stronger. And like some of you have been holding back for a very long time, and you're going to say what you got to say here, Virgo. So those are your messages. I am sending you guys a lot of love and light. Take care.